And today we're going to take a look at what's new in macOS. A whole bunch of new features were added to the new version of macOS called Monterey, and I'm going to take you through them so that you can take full advantage of the update. So let's get started. Before I jump into the features, one thing to note is that some of the new features Apple have added are only available to those of you who have a newer M1 chip Mac, and won't be available if you have an Intel-based Mac. If you're unsure what you have, you can check this by simply clicking on the Apple icon in the top left, clicking About This Mac, and where it says Chip, if it says Apple M1, then you're all ready to take advantage of all the new OS features. If not, then some of the new features you cannot take advantage of. So this includes FaceTime portrait mode, maps features including the 3D interactive globe and detailed maps, spatial audio with AirPods 3rd generation, AirPod Pro and AirPods Max, on-device dictation with offline processing, and then the Siri text-to-speech in additional languages. There are, however, a number of features that everybody will have access to, and I'm going to jump into 5 of them right now. So the first feature is FaceTime. FaceTime's gained a number of new features, including a grid view to more easily see all those who are on the call. New audio options have been added, so isolation, which is better to hear one person, or wide spectrum to better hear a group of people. So maybe there's a group of you FaceTiming one person, then that wide spectrum will allow everybody to be heard a little bit better. One of the best new features, however, of FaceTime is that now people without an Apple device can actually join your FaceTime call. You can send them a link to all of your Android or Windows friends or family and have them join via the Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge browsers, which is a great new feature. The second feature is focus mode. So focus mode aims to help you avoid distractions by creating profiles that limit the notifications that you are receiving. You can choose from a variety of profiles, including Do Not Disturb. So in order to access focus mode, what you can do is go into your search bar, go onto notifications and focus. So I just searched for focus, that opened up notifications and focus. You can also head to system preferences and hit notifications and focus in there. Go on to focus, and then what you'll see here is this is the new focus mode that you can organize. So you have a do not disturb, which essentially turns off all of your notifications so that you can essentially focus on your work and not have anything popping back on the screen. But you can fully customize this, so you could add different modes for different times of day or different types of work that you're doing. You can have a full do not disturb, but maybe add an option to allow certain people to be able to contact you. A really great feature that will hopefully allow you to be more productive. The next new feature is called Quick Note. So Quick Note is essentially really quick access to the Notes application on your Mac. All you simply need to do is hover your mouse over the bottom hand corner. You'll see a little black box pop up, click, and then you can create a new note. Okay, might not be something you need all the time, but again, it just takes out a step of having to find the Notes application. You can simply hover to the bottom right hand corner, click, and then add a new note nice and quickly. The next new feature is Safari tabs, or tab groups to be more specific. So maybe you're someone that likes to have 100 different tabs open in your browser. Well, Safari can now help you make that look a lot neater whilst still having all the tabs that you love open. So if I open up Safari, what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to click and I'm going to go New Empty Tab Group. I'm going to call that News. I love news and I need all the different news websites to tell me exactly what's going on. So now that I've got this tab group selected, I can start going to the news websites I want to go to. I'm going to get my Australian news. I'm going to get my BBC news. Let's go get some CNBC. So now I've got all of these tabs open, these will be saved into my news tab. You can also hold Control and click, and then it says move to tab group, and then you can move it to a different tab group from there. But as well as news, I also love the weather. So I'm going to hit this icon here. I'm going to go new empty tab group, and I'm going to go weather. And then over here, I'm going to open up the weather channel. I'm going to open up, I'm going to have a search for Australian weather. I'm going to open up the Bureau of Meteorology there. And now these are saved. If I go Control and click, move to tab group, you can see they're currently in weather. If I wanted, I could move them to news. So now what I can do, I've got all my tabs are still open, but I can go over to news. I've got my 3 news tabs. I go over to weather. I've got my 2 weather tabs. So it's really quick, easy, nice, organized way to keep all your tabs open whilst keeping them organized. Okay, so the final feature of the new Mac OS is called Shortcuts. So the Shortcuts app has been available on iOS devices for a little while, and it's now on Mac OS. So this app allows you to create shortcuts to more quickly do the tasks that you need. Again, we can open up our search here. I can search for shortcuts, and I can open up the Shortcuts app. So the Shortcuts app has a whole host of pre-installed shortcuts that you can create. So if you want to create a meeting note, start a new meeting, split the screen between 2 apps, all at the click of the mouse or press of a button, then the Shortcuts app is definitely worth checking out. Once you've opened it up, you'll have all shortcuts here. If you've got nothing added, it says check out the gallery. Go to the gallery and you can see there's a whole host of pre-made shortcuts that you can create. So I could add, I want to split the screen between 2 apps. I choose what apps I want them to be. So let's say that we want to split between the App Store and let's go for Safari. Then that's done. I can go add shortcut, go over to my shortcuts here, hit play, and then what that will do is open up those apps and split them across the screen. Okay, so what's great about that is it's also, if I go to menu bar here, so this, if I go to my shortcuts, drag and drop that to the menu bar, what I now have access to is the shortcut icon here. I hit split screen between 2 apps, and it's instant access to all of the shortcuts that I have created. So it can really help to streamline your productivity. So there you have it. There's some of the best features that have been added to Mac OS. I hope that you maybe found something useful and something that you didn't know in this video. I'll see you next time.